Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So, we're going to get started talking about a couple of things going on right now. Happy Tuesday morning. Of course, we've got the situation where Donald Trump is meeting with first it's Pete Hegseth, meeting with 800 generals. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, beautiful. Hegseth is meeting with 800 generals, and it's essentially an all hands meeting. And if you've ever worked anywhere, everybody knows employees hate all hands meetings because they're genuinely a waste of time. They're just for leadership to talk and puff their chests out, feel important, even though they're not doing shit. That's all an all hands meeting is. Yeah, I would consider it some purging as well. They're going to clean up the military, their version of cleanup, and then try to infuse it with as many fools that'll do whatever they say versus what their oath says, easy, versus what the, uh, 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 what do you call it? Their military law states that they should do. I don't know why it popped out of my head for a second there. Um, so it just makes you go, huh? But I'm not surprised by any of it. Good morning to you all. I thank you for being here. Oh, thank you already for the shares. I appreciate it. Just don't forget that tapping is clapping this morning. And I appreciate you being here. Happy Tuesday morning. So let's talk about like where we are and like what's going on with a lot of things that are happening right now. First, let's talk about the Super Bowl, right? So yesterday, Bad Bunny, I think it was yesterday or Sunday, Bad Bunny was announced as the act for the Super Bowl. And of course, MAGA is crashing out. MAGA is crashing out completely. And their thought process on all of it is, MAGA anyway, their thought process is, you know, um, it's not American. And I always go, what's American? Listening to that tired, boring ass country music. And don't get me wrong, not all country music is tired and boring. But the people that they put up and that they select for the Super Bowl, that ain't shit I want to hear. Hold on for a second. I gotta let this damn cat out. Girl. When she knows I'm gonna talk about politics of the state of America, that cat says, I'm out of here. I don't wanna hear that shit. I don't wanna hear that shit. Thank you all for joining this morning. Thank you all for joining this morning. Now, so they said, it's not American enough. And see, this is the thing. There is good country music out here. It's just not the shit that they pick for the damn halftime show. I used to love Faith Hill. I used to love me some Garth Brooks. I like Megan Trainor, but Megan Trainor ain't gonna get the Super Bowl. You understand where I'm coming from? I don't want to hear Carrie Underwood. She's fucking boring. Say what you want to say. Carrie Underwood is a fucking snooze fest to me. She's boring. Her music is boring. Megan Trainor? Oh, I love me some Megan Trainor. That's different. I love me some Faith Hill. That's different. I loved me some Garth Brooks. That's different. Carrie Underwood's boring. Who's that other guy with the face tattoos? He was rapping. Now all of a sudden he does country music. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He had that song with Beyonce too. Not Jelly Roll. I'm sick of seeing Jelly Roll. No, I ain't talking about Jelly Roll. Post Malone. Right. Post Malone was a rapper. Wasn't he rapping for a minute? And now all of a sudden Post Malone is a fucking country guy. I'm like, I watched that. I'm like, interesting. Interesting. It's like Justin Timberlake or Timberfake, as I call him. He wanted to be an R&B guy up until Trump came along the first time. Then he was the man in the woods. Then he didn't sell no albums. Then he tried to come back and be an R&B guy, but nobody gave a shit because we didn't forget what you did to Janet Jackson. Yeah, I'm never forgetting that. And I didn't forget what he said about Britney Spears. Fuck Justin Timberlake. Yeah, because I'm a Britney Spears fan too. So I never forgot about that shit either. crying ass man on their album. Cry me a river. Shut the fuck up. That relationship been over. You still singing about it. Must have been your first piece of twatto. Calm down. I was so sick of him. I don't listen to Justin Timberlake at all. At all. So I'm excited about Bad Bunny getting the Super Bowl. I'm excited about the fact that it's going to be a really entertaining Super Bowl performance. It just is so funny to me to watch MAGA. That's why I like this meme. They took out their Jimmy Kimmel chip and they put in their Bad Bunny chip. Say they put in their Bad Bunny chip. You said, what about Justin Timberlake? I don't know who Justin Timberlake is. I know who Justin Timberlake is. I don't know no Justin Timberlake. If we're lucky, Nunya, that entire show will be in Spanish. I hope so. I want him to do the whole thing in Spanish. Do you understand? The whole thing in Spanish. Not one word of fucking English. Do you hear me? And watch the MAGAs crash out. Why is that man speaking anything but English? Maybe because he's Puerto Rican, but that's not American. Oh, yes, it is. So I can't wait. You said you got to watch my game and understand the rulings. That's true. I don't really care about the game. Can I be honest? I never care about the Super Bowl because my team doesn't make it anyway. So I don't really care. You know what I mean? As long as it's not the Cowboys, I don't really care. I don't even really care when it is the Cowboys, but I know it's not going to be the Cowboys. Let's stop playing. That's not my team, but I know it's not going to be the Cowboys. Because y'all know every year Cowboy fans are like, we going to the Super Bowl. We going to the Super Bowl this year. No, you're not. The NFL is not going to cave. I'm going to tell you why. Because y'all forget, the company behind picking those acts, Jay-Z's affiliated with that. Again, this to me, picking Bad Bunny is a fuck you to the federal government. Like, fuck y'all. We going to do what we want to do. And the NFL is okay with it because if the NFL wasn't okay with it, Bad Bunny would not have gotten selected. It's the NFL's passive-aggressive way of trying to support others without the federal government feeling disrespected. But Trump's going to feel disrespected anyway because anything that you do that isn't what he wants you to do is seen as a sign of disrespect. That's just a fact. That's just how Trump operates. So that's to be expected. So congratulations to Bad Bunny for getting the Super Bowl. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I first heard about Bad Bunny, I thought Bad Bunny was a woman. No bullshit. Because I'm 50, okay? He's not really for my age group, all right? Bear with me, okay? He's not really for my age group. So I didn't really know, who he was. And I still haven't really heard much of his music. So now I'm going to get to digging into his music so that I'm ready when the Super Bowl comes. And I can sing along with some lyrics too. With my Spanish won't be perfect, but it'll be enough for me to know. You understand? So thank you. I plan to enjoy the Super Bowl. I'm going to be here. Oh, I'm going to be jamming in here. It's like I used to love Selena. I loved Selena. I didn't understand a lot of the Spanish language stuff, but I still knew it was a groove. Like I could tell it was good music. I didn't need to know it, Oh, watch some of those SNL skits with Bad Bunny? I will. But I used to love me some Selena, okay? Love me some Selena, all right? Still do. So I am looking forward to seeing him. And I know Selena is not from Puerto Rico. That's not why I said it. My point was the Spanish. That you don't necessarily always need to know the language to enjoy the music. You can know what good music sounds like. I love good music. So to me, no matter what country it's from, I'm going to be in it. So congratulations. Let's give a shout out to Bad Bunny. Congratulations to Bad Bunny for being able to secure that. I also, before I go on to the next story, I want to say something. I want to remind you all who are members of the Patreon group. Last night, I released episode 35, Building a Parallel Life. Okay? Everybody else, you will have access to this podcast episode on Wednesday, 7 o'clock p.m. But if you want to get early access to episodes, just come on over and check me out on Patreon. The link is in my profile. I know that every American can't just up and leave America when you don't like what's happening in America. This episode is talking to you about how you can navigate and live in this country when you don't like how it's being led. Okay? I give you details on what you can do, not just talking in theory, not just talking in abstract terms. I'm actually giving you information that you can use. So check it out. All right? Thank you all so much. And then directly following this live this morning, I'm going to be live in an uncensored live over on Patreon. So that's accessible Monday through Thursday to my Circle and Up members over on Patreon. Friday's a freebie Friday. Come on through Friday. We have great Friday uncensored lives because there's so much you can't say here. And y'all know since TikTok is selling the app, it's only going to get worse about what we can't say and do on this app. This app is an economic app. This app is designed to make money for business owners and for the owners of the app. It's not necessarily designed to be this social movement app. That's not what TikTok is. But I explained in this new episode where you need to be to be that and to do that. TikTok ain't that. Yep, cat and turtle videos in between TikTok shop videos. And it's the truth. That is the reality. It is the truth. It's not the content is what gets you here, but they want you here to buy the goods that are in the shop. Ultimately, that's why TikTok wants you here. I put up a video this morning. Hold on, I gotta go off on this segue real quick. I put up a video this morning about now. Y'all tell me if it's just me. Tell me if it's just me. But it seemed to me if you order a TikTok shop free sample, and I tend to not really like free samples because then you are obligated to make videos. And I don't want to be obligated to do anything I don't want to do. If I like it, yeah, I'll make a video. If I don't, I ain't going to make the video because I bought it, right? So I'm not obligated. But the other day, on Shits and Giggles, I put in for a free sample. You know that fucker got here in 24 hours. So my first thought was, how come when you order a free sample from TikTok, that shit get here lightning speed? But when you pay with your money, it take like a whole fucking week for your package to show up. How? What game is TikTok playing? That's what I said, Kevin. That thing got here fast as hell. Exactly, Kim. Because TikTok wants the content as an ad. So they going to get that shit out to you when they want you to create free content to promote something in the TikTok shop. But when you're talking about your economy, your government, your cat, whatever it is, you talk about anything else or you make a video about something you bought, say for your cat, something you bought to save money, something you bought to bake bread, all of a sudden, that shit don't show up. It take a week. Remember I told y'all I ordered that bread maker. The first one never showed up. I had to reorder the bread maker and then it showed up. If I would have ordered that, if I would have asked for a fucking free sample, I'd have got it right away, right the fuck away. Right the fuck away. But when you pay your money, TikTok be like, let her wait. She can wait. She don't need that shit right now. She buy too much anyway. You say you ordered Sunday, you just got a notification it's out for delivery. Did you pay for it, Tony, or was it a free sample? The bread maker was stuck in the oven. Listen, Kevin, boo, dad joke, boo. No, I'm just joking. You paid? Wow, you got lucky. Because every time I order something from that fucking TikTok shop, it takes me at least a week to get it when I pay money. Now, this is the second time I've tried a sample and got it right away. And I'm like, yeah, that's no accident. That's no accident. There's a reason why I'm getting it right away. I need to know. Yep, it takes at least a week for me. You said you ordered something, gave a bad review, seller asked me to change it for a refund. Wow. Hey, I'll change it for a refund. You get my fucking money back. No, I won't change it. I'll delete my review, but I wouldn't change it. You know what I mean? Because changing it, then I'm saying something that's completely untrue. But I will delete it if you give me my money back. Especially if you sold it, you advertised it as one thing and I got it as something else. I'm going to have an issue with that. I'm going to just keep it all the way a buck. I put up reviews from time to time on products, but I have to really like it to go through the extra step of writing a review. Because that's an extra step. Once I get it, I don't really give a shit. I'm gonna clue y'all in on something. With TikTok, you can keep up a lot of things and get a refund from TikTok. Especially things that go like cell phone accessories. Sometimes cameras, microphones, all types of stuff. They'll just let you keep it. It's cheaper to let you keep it than it is to pay for the return. That's why they let you keep it. It's cheaper for them to let you keep the thing that you're trying to return. It doesn't make any sense to pay for the postage to allow you to, and the processing when it comes back to put it back on the shelf. Just let you keep it and give you that $8 back and be done with it. The stuff that you have to send back are things that cost a little more money and are of a little more value. Oh, Amazon used to do that, but they stopped? Yeah. Amazon is a company that, yeah, I'm not sure how they work in relation to that. But yeah, Lori says they stopped doing that. And congratulations, JW. Hold on, I missed what JW said. I see you guys say congratulations, but I missed it. Let me scroll back up and see what JW said. JW, what did you say? I missed it. Everybody's saying congratulations. Oh, you got the job. Congratulations to you. What do they say? Listen, things happen for you when they're supposed to happen for you. I need y'all to understand that. Things happen for you when they're supposed to happen for you. That doesn't mean you don't grind. That doesn't mean that you're not consistent and you don't do your work. But it happens for you when it's supposed to happen for you. You know? That's what happens. Like y'all know, I lost my government job some months ago. Elon Musk and Donald Trump and their bullshit, right? And haven't had any success really in the job market because the job market's all fucked up, right? Because the government's all fucked up, right? But I'm not panicking, not yet anyway, because I know whatever's for me is for me. Yep, JW said it's been a year. Keep on the grind. I will. Yeah, I used to work for USAID 7 Wonder. So I was one of the very first agencies that they kind of locked us out of our own agency. And we've been home. I had been home since, I'd been home since the pandemic, working from home. But I literally have not been able to work and do my job since February of this year. This is why I've been trying to explain to Americans no money was saved by your federal government with work stoppages and pushing people out and forcing people out of jobs, forcing them into early retirement. None of that stuff has saved you, the taxpayer, any money. If anything, you're spending more money because you are paying for me to sit at home. You've been paying for me to do TikToks and all these other things because unfortunately the federal government, they still have to pay folks. Now, there's a segment of the population, I feel sorry for all of us that got caught up in it, but especially those who were forced into early retirement. Because like my husband, he is forced into early retirement. He still has received no income from it. Zero. Zilch. Nothing. Not one piece of income. Because it's still being processed. See? Still being processed. Still being processed. Now, he did recently get a gig where he's been hired to drive buses for the local school system, but he's waiting for them to get him in the next training class before he can even start getting paid for that. But still waiting on retirement income to come. Why? The federal government fired too many people. Not enough people to process packages. And now with the government shut down right around the corner, because as of midnight tonight, if the government runs out of money, when it runs out of money, even the people, so now remember, people who took that DRP, their last day was September 30th. Guess what? They're not going to get any more money. There's nobody there to process any payroll. Ain't nobody there. So they got played. So they tricked you into signing that paperwork to keep you on the hook until September 30th, only to get you all the way to the end and pull the rug out from right from up under you by making sure that government shuts down and you don't get paid anyway. None of that shit's an accident. All of this is intentional to hurt and harm people and to make people suffer. That's it. This is a part of the design. This is what I'm trying to get people to see. And the suffering ain't done yet because Donald Trump has said, he said repeatedly, there is no inflation. Groceries are going down. So you need to accept your government don't give a damn that you got to pay so much to eat. They don't care. They don't care. Yep. Government don't give a shit. That's your problem. You don't have enough to eat. I saw this morning. These are the prices that Americans are having to deal with. $32.99 for coffee. Shit. I drink tea. I drink tea. I walked away from that shit. $32.99 for coffee. Well, the government does hate America, Cassie. The government does. Yeah, tea has gone up, but at Lidl, it's still cheap. So I still go to Lidl. At Lidl's, you can get these big old bags of potato chips. Let me see. Family style bag, size bag. And I'll show this on the Patreon too. $1.99. Y'all better stop taking your ass to them big ass grocery stores, letting them take all your money. $1.99 at Lidl. You got 2 large coffees for $7 each. Oh, hell no. I don't go out and even buy coffee anymore. Ain't no way I'm taking my ass in a Starbucks. Even Dunkin' Donuts is too expensive now. No. I don't even drink coffee. And, well, from time to time, I might have a coffee, but I have it at home. Because I have coffee in the house that I had bought before Trump got back in. So I got coffee because we don't drink it very much. So we good. Yep, stay away from the refined white sugars. I use agave in my tea because honey is ridiculously priced right now. Oh, honey is insane, but I can understand it. Listen, you got bees making honey. And with the cost of everything getting so much more expensive, no surprise that the cost of honey has gone up too. Large bag of Ruffles at Publix was $7.29. Potato chips are out of control. Potato chips are out of control. Yeah, I love me some agave, Tiffany. And agave you can still get for cheap. Agave you can still get for cheap. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Like, look at this. But remember, your president says there's no inflation. The grocery prices are going down. Look at that. Look at that. Who the hell is buying steak anymore? Not me. Not me. Yeah, they are forcing you to buy larger quantity items at higher prices. Understand, Trump tariffs are taxes on you. Do you understand? Trump tariffs are taxes on you, the American people. The trade war is just all it has resulted in is you paying more. That's it. You're just paying more due to the trade war. You're not saving anything. Farmers are losing their farms. For that, I clap. Because the farmers voted for this. So I don't feel any sorrow for them, but I just want to say the farmers are losing their farms. You know, you say we have to buy grass-fed beef from Sprouts because that is the only place we can find grass-fed beef. Honestly, I just would stop eating it. I'm just being honest with y'all. I would just stop eating the shit. It costs too fucking much. It costs too much. I would wait till there's a place with tornadoes and cows and whatever cows don't make it, go on over there and get you some of them cows. But what I would not do was keep buying beef. Not at $67. You can't afford that. Now, Ray says he buys beef from cattle farms. I mean, you're going to get it cheaper if you go direct to the source. See, all those pass-throughs that it got to go through, that adds on to the costs. The processing companies, all these things, that adds on to the costs. They know what they're doing with this stuff. It's not an accident. It's designed to keep you poor and suffering. Poor and suffering. Because I saw this. Oh, I got to stamp. It's not working. Now, remember, before the election, conservatives told us, oh, things were so expensive. That's why they were voting for Donald Trump. That's why we're voting for him, because we need to bring down the price of groceries. The inflation is wearing us out. The inflation that Trump called us the first time with giving you all that free money. It wasn't even free. It was your taxpayer dollars, right? They sent you all those checks, those stimulus checks. They made you claim it as income, but then the rich people got PPP loans that were forgiven, right? Yours wasn't forgiven. The rich people got their money forgiven. That's what happened. Now, somebody says, I haven't bought beef in months using my stockpile. That's the best thing to do. I was looking in my freezer the other day. I got about 3 or 4 packs of chicken wings, couple packs of chicken thighs. I got a huge pork shoulder. I got a ham. I got some steaks in there. I got party wings in there, oxtails in there. I have plenty of meat in my deep freezer. Because I'm one of those people that if I catch a sale, I stock up. Because I was taught to do that. So you can save money. So when the costs go up real high, you just go to your deep freezer. You don't buy that shit. You just go to your deep freezer. You said, why you at? What you mean, Seventh Wonder? Prices were going, and anyways, COVID blew them over the moon. Yep. You combine it with tariffs and post pandemic, it's just going to keep on going up. And to the point of Kevin, he says you have to buy on sale and shop from the deep freeze sale section of your freezer at home. Yep. You have to. Right. You got to start measuring your food, weighing your plates. Now somebody made a good point about that. About I am your baby. All of that eating shit, eating until you pop. Most of us weren't raised like that either. Think about it. Your parents made you a plate of food and you ate what was on that plate. But you wasn't allowed to just go in the kitchen and just eat up everything going crazy. You couldn't do that. There were portions. There were portions. And if you were still hungry, mama say eat another biscuit. Have some more rice. You're not getting more meat. Like what? Because they trying to make that meat stretch. Folks got away from that. Folks forgot about that. Y'all got too comfortable because food was too cheap. So you got too comfortable. You got way too comfortable with it. But I remember that growing up. I remember that. If you got 20 pieces of chicken in there, you don't get 5 pieces. Not in one fucking day. Like what? Come on, y'all. Listen, we did gravy and rice, and I still eat gravy and rice because gravy and rice is a meal. It's a meal. But folks forgot about that stuff. Gravy, rice, and some biscuits. Rice and beans. Look, I'm your baby. Say rice and beans, a go-to. Chicken and dumplings, man. We had so much chicken and dumplings growing up. Chicken and rice, stewed chicken and rice. They just put the chicken drumsticks in a pot with rice and seasonings and let that shit stew. Let it stew. Now, I can't be with you on the giblets. I ain't never liked giblets, but my mama used to make giblets. I never liked giblets and kidneys. I don't like the texture of the meat, and I never liked the way it tasted. Like today, the other day, I baked on Sunday. Thank you so much, Roxy. On Sunday, I baked some chicken thighs that I had already had in my freezer. But sometimes in my house, people won't eat all of something if I make too much of it, right? And food is too expensive to throw in the trash. So I took out 3 pieces of chicken thighs, and after this live, well, after my Patreon live, I'm gonna set up my slow cooker and I'm going to put on some, and I'm going to make some brown stewed chicken. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make let some brown stewed chicken slow cook in that slow cooker. Yeah. I done chopped up all my onions, my green peppers. All I got to do is just put everything in the pot. My brown and sauce, seasonings, all that stuff. Turn it on and let that thing slow cook all day. And have my house smelling divine. Divine. I already got rice. I got some rice that I cooked Sunday, but I'm going to take that rice and make fried rice out of it so we can eat that for lunch today. And then make some new rice to go with that brown stewed chicken. Because that brown stewed chicken, we can eat on that for the rest of the week. Yep. Oh, yeah, I remember neck bones. I used to love neck bones and turkey wings. Ooh. Yep, fried rice is the best with leftover rice. You really can't make good fried rice without leftover rice. Do you freeze your rice? I have, AJ. I have. And now that I have my bread cooker, I'm going to do a video of me making them fucking biscuits because that shit is a chore. Because that one recipe makes 72 biscuits. Jesus. It's an all-day affair making them fucking biscuits. But it's worth it because when I'm done, I throw them in my freezer. So when I'm ready to eat biscuits, I just pop them out, pop them on the tray, and get it going. Yeah, Nessa, I finally got the bread maker because I had to order a second one. I had to order it twice. The merchant gave me my money back for the first one because I never got it. Then I ordered another one. I got that one. That one I got. But I never received the first one. So I had to reorder. But that's what I do with my stuff. I try to stretch things out. So like I think we have 2 more pieces of the chicken thigh that I cooked Sunday. No, I think it's 1 more piece left. No, it's 2. So the kid will eat 1 today for lunch and she'll eat 1 for dinner. She don't eat brown stewed chicken. That's fine. My husband and I will eat that. And since it's only 3 chicken thighs, that'll last us for the rest of the week. To the end of the week till Saturday. And then I cook again on Sunday. Yep, meal prepping is smart. And then freeze them and take them out every day. That's very smart. How can you save and stretch on your meds? Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, so I know my cousin has one of those prescription saver card thingies that she uses. She does that. I'm trying to think. Honestly, I'm gonna just keep it all the way a buck with you. Okay, Tony says med banks because I don't really know. Because for me, when I want to save money on meds, I figure out how I can get off of them. I'm just keeping it a buck, but I know that's not reality for everybody, right? You can't always get off of them. That's usually my first go-to. How can I get off of this thing so I don't have to keep paying for it? But I would research what Tony said, med banks. Somebody asked, do I use agave or jam with the biscuits? Oh, nothing. They're that fucking good. Can I be honest? I don't put no jelly or jam on them at all. Because they're butter biscuits. It's not, they're not even, I wouldn't even call them biscuits. They're rolls. They're not even biscuits. They're rolls. And they're butter-based rolls. And they're so fucking buttery. I don't put nothing on them because I don't really care to have anything sweet over top of them. I don't need no sweetness. I like them as that savory biscuit. So, I mean, that savory roll. So for me, I don't put anything sweet on them. Mm-mm. And Tony says once approved for med banks, they supply the meds for free. So whoever asked that question, I would strongly look at med banks. Yep, I would strongly look at that. But that's how I start. That's how I stretch out meals. I tend to break things down. Y'all got to learn to start buying things on sale, breaking them down, and freezing them. Real talk. Making meals that stretch. Sincerely, making meals that stretch. You've got to learn to make meals that stretch. If your meals are only lasting 1 or 2 days, you're gonna spend too much money on food throughout the week and month. Yeah, I'll post that video sooner rather than later. Can I be honest? I started to make those biscuits Sunday when I was cooking dinner because I was in a cooking mood. And then I was like, oh hell no. Oh hell no. What you mean? So you smoke again, dude? You said I stopped years ago, ran 3 miles a day, my blood pressure never dropped. Damn. Damn. Yep, you can use rice, quinoa, beans. And what did I tell y'all? Go to stores like Costco, Sam's Club. When you're buying rice, go to stores like that and buy big ass bags of rice. Do not buy rice in the grocery store. You're going to spend too much money for that little bit of rice. You're going to spend too much money. Take your ass to Sam's Club, BJ's, or Costco. Preferably, I buy my rice at Costco. Yep, Kevin's point, find local food banks. All you got to do is Google local food banks in my area. I know in my area, we have local soup kitchens that are open multiple days a week and they will give you a free meal. They don't care how much money you have or don't have. They don't make you show no ID, no none of that shit. You just walk in, they give you a meal. I know because my daughter volunteers with them to prepare meals. And most of the meals are prepared to go, so you can take them with you and eat them whenever you want to eat them. You're not forced to eat them. But these soup kitchens are at churches. They're usually at your local church. But Google it. All you got to do is Google it. Chero, the only reason why I didn't tell them to try Asian markets for rice too and produce, one, can I be honest? I was gatekeeping a little bit on the international markets, but two, I have not been to any international markets since Trump started with his fucking tariffs and trade war. So I don't know how they're impacted. So that's the only reason why I haven't mentioned it. But in the past, I regularly shopped at international markets because I could go there and get green onions for 25 cents versus paying $3 at an American grocery store. You understand? So if you have international markets close to you, go check them out and see how the prices are going. I know for the meats, I always had a better selection of meats and the prices were better. But for a lot of meat, I get it in bulk. I either go to Costco. For those who are local to the DMV, I go to BK Miller's. And I know y'all have heard of BK Miller's. Go over there and buy meat by the box. Do I buy halal meat? I do, but I haven't in a long time. Because most of those locations are kind of out of the way for me to get to. But I haven't in a long time. But I used to buy it pretty regularly. So, yes, international markets will have less chemicals in their food. And they'll have more of a variety and selection too. So international markets are always great to check out. But I'm a forewarn you on something when you go. Immigrants don't mind you coming to international markets, but can I be honest? Immigrants look at you when you come to an international market the same way, like black people, the same way we look at people in our community that ain't black. We be like what you doing over here? Because if you over here, our assumption is you're gonna make the prices go up, right? You'll make the prices go up. Because there's only a certain amount that we willing to fucking pay for shit. So when we see you, we be like, you see this motherfucker here? They came over here to buy cheap real estate. Look at this shit here. Now it's going to raise all our fucking shit. You know? So just be mindful. They won't mind that you're there. But don't be surprised if people look at you. Because they thinking what I be thinking. Oh, I love immigrants too. They are the core of America. A lot of my friends are immigrants. A lot of them that weren't born in America, that they're all immigrants. I have a lot of immigrant friends. And I love each and every one of them. I love each and every one of them. Because they wouldn't be my friend if I didn't. You know, they wouldn't be my friend if I didn't. A lot of times I find out about international markets from my friends. I'm going to tell you another way to save money. Y'all need to start cooking more international dishes because a lot of international food is family style. It's things designed to where it don't cost a lot of money to prepare and you can eat on it more than one day. That's just real shit. Y'all got to get out of that thing of just cooking American food. I'm gonna put a website on here that I have been using for over 20 years. These two chicks, these are Indian women. I love their website so much. I was using their website way back in the day when they was on. Y'all remember way back in the day when they were on those they would have those websites where you could create yourself a free website. You just had to let them have the advertisements on it. I have been on these ladies' websites since they were doing that. Okay. Now their websites have come a long way. But I put in the chat, show me the curry. If you like Indian food, if you like spices, if you like flavor, those women have great fucking recipes. I have cooked so much stuff off that website. And I got referred to that website by one of my Indian girlfriends. 20 years ago. She was like, hey, you love Indian food so much. These are things that I think you would like to cook. These are dishes that are going to, expose you to a lot more flavor and food. And I fell in love and been in love ever since. I told you the next fusion of food I'm waiting on is Indian and soul food. There is a fusion there that nobody has really leaned into quite yet. And I'm in my feelings about it because there is a fusion there that I know is there. It's like, what are we waiting on? Because quiet as kept, Indian food and Caribbean food ain't that much different to me. It ain't that much different. They have a lot of similarities. They cross the streams a lot. Okay? I love to make butter chicken marquee, and I make it traditionally where it takes 2 days to make it. Like, I make it old school. I make it the way Indian women make it because I got it off that Show Me the Curry website. So if you have not been to that website, you better go to that website and bookmark that damn website. I'm telling you, their butter chicken recipe unmatched. I've been cooking that thing for 20 years. Where you gotta chop up your ginger and your garlic and you I'm gonna put the website in the chat again. I'm about to put it there. And with your Greek yogurt and you let it marinate with your spices in the refrigerator 24 hours. Then cooking it and then getting the tomatoes and the spices and the cooking and the blending and the cream and listen. Don't play with me. Okay? I love to cook Indian food. I cook so much Indian food. I actually have asafrita in my cabinet. And if you cook enough Indian food, you know asafrita smells like toes that's been working out in old gym shoes for 30 years in 150-degree weather. Asafrita stinks. That shit stinks. But it slaps when you cook it in, put it in some food and let some heat hit it. Okay? And then you let some heat hit it, that thing tastes good. But you open that container and you just got it open, you're going to be like, wait a minute, who took their shoes off in here? Wait a minute. But the shit tastes good. So that's another thing. Y'all got to look at more international cooking and meals because They're creating things in bulk to feed families, to have food stretch, and for things not to go to waste. I told you, when you are chopping up your vegetables and you're doing all of that stuff, save the scraps, boil them to make vegetable broths. Boil them to make vegetable broths. You can use those broths to then season soups and do other things. Freeze the vegetable scraps until you're ready to boil them. You ain't got to boil them right then, freeze them. I do. Same thing with your bones from your meat. Boil the bones. You can make bone broths. Like, y'all got to learn to repurpose some of this stuff. You've got to learn to repurpose it. You got to learn to make this stuff stress for you. Stop buying pancake mix. Make it. It ain't hard to make pancake mix. It really is not. Y'all running out here buying pancake mix when you literally already have the ingredients in your house to make fucking pancakes. You're paying people to put the ingredients together for you to make pancakes. That don't make sense. That's shit where I go, that's a waste of money. Stop doing that. Make your own fucking pancakes. You can't make pancakes from scratch. Come on now. Come on now. Look, Kevin just gave you this flour, baking soda. Come on. Y'all need to take yourself to Pinterest. Go to Pinterest. Look up a pancake recipe. Yeah, today I'm making some loaf bread with my bread maker. I want to, but I need to go to Walmart real quick. I need to go to a store real quick. I need a bread pan because I'm going to bake that shit in the oven because I want my bread to be bigger than what the bread maker would allow me to bake in there because it's like small loaves. But I want that big ass 1920 sliced bread. Y'all remember that big ass pieces of sliced bread that you saw in Harlem Nights when Della Reese was making them sandwiches in the kitchen? Y'all remember them big ass pieces of bread? Oh, I'm trying to make big ass pieces of bread like that. Okay? So that when we make a sandwich, oh, we making a sandwich over here. You heard me. That's the type of bread I want. I want the type of bread that if you cutting up and I pick it up and I slap you with it, like you have a bruise on your face. That's how I want that bread to be that big. I want that bread to be big like the hands of Shaq. That's what I want. Yeah. That's how big I want my loaf bread to be. Yep. So I gotta go get me a bread pan today. Yep. And I can't go to Bed Bath and Beyond because they ass went out of business in my neighborhood. The store, now it's online only because everything in there was too damn high. I need a Pullman loaf pan. I'm gonna see how much I can get one for today, Lori. But see, y'all know me. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm just gonna put it out there. Y'all know me and y'all know I'm cheap, right? So if I can't find it, right? You know what I'm gonna do, right? If I cannot find it, I'm going to hold on. I'm looking at something real quick. Oh, if I can't find it, I'm just gonna go to eBay. Cause on eBay I can get them for $13, $21. I told y'all that's the other thing. Take your ass to eBay. Stop. No, Goodwill costs too much. She got game. I go to other thrift stores. I don't fuck with the Goodwill. Goodwill costs too much. Goodwill is overpriced. Do not shop at the thrift store. Do not shop at Goodwill if you're gonna thrift. Go to local thrift stores. Do not shop at Goodwill. Yep, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, flea markets. Do not shop at the Goodwill. The Goodwill is a guaranteed way to take all your money. Oh, you say you're just giving generic name. Gotcha. But if I can't find this what you mentioned, that Pullman loaf, because that's exactly what I need. If I can't find it anywhere today, look, they want $54 for one. I'm not paying $54. 49. That's too rich for my blood. For bread, negative. And I know some people will say it's an investment. I don't care. I'm not willing to invest that much. Now, they got a 2-pack here for $50. No, I found another 2-pack for $17. Why is that $50? Mm-mm. Nope, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm gonna find it, and I can buy yesterday's bread. Yep, and freeze it. Honestly, I don't really like store bought bread that much anymore because store bought bread to me is very artificial and it has too many preservatives in it. Oh, you got yours doing COVID for $10. Okay, so you said we TCG. You said give you some grown advice. Like what? Don't eat egg salad and take the bus. Like what you want to hear? You say grown people advice. What you want to hear? I don't understand. What's what's an example of grown people's advice that you looking for from me? Because it's a whole lot of pieces of advice I could give you, but I'm not quite sure of the one that you're looking for. So you tell me. Yeah, listen, y'all don't remember that's what Miss Jenny told Martin. Remember that time? That's what Miss Jenny told Martin on one of the Martin episodes. All you do is give advice. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You know what else I give out, Wanda? Them blocks. I just gave it to you, Wanda Vision. Could you see the vision, Wanda? Did you see it before it came? Was it clear to you, beloved? I think you missed it. I think you didn't. I don't think you got it. See, people be talking about, you know, but you gonna catch this work. You gonna get authentically me. Now, before I wrap up this morning, I did want to talk about one other thing. I wanted to talk about, did y'all see this text thing? I talked about this yesterday in the live yesterday afternoon. Did y'all see how the agriculture secretary was messaging, was getting message, and they were talking about how they think they got played out by Argentina because when they bailed out Argentina, Argentina then dropped the prices on their soybean shit and fucked us. And China ended up buying their shit and not our shit. And China outwitted us again. We know. I told y'all these trade wars have a really huge impact on America. It's not going to get better. It's not. Because where we are, oh, okay. I was like, what the heck happened there? Where we are with everything and what's going on with stuff is the direct result of bad leadership. Y'all, we not getting these trading partners back, y'all. Yep. Argentina's like, thanks for the bailout. And then this week they like, I've never seen that man a day before in my life. Who? It's like when a strange guy sends you a cash app, but you don't want him to think, that it's anything there. You're like, sir, I don't know you, sir. Yeah, about that. Then when you walk away, you're like, phew, I convinced him. I'd never seen him before. That's Argentina. Mm-hmm. That's Argentina right now. All because of Trump. This is the Trump. This is the Trump. Uh, 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 the Trump plan, like they say. This is the Trump plan. Now, listen. I want to remind you all. Don't forget, if you're already a member of the Patreon, to check out the Straight No Chaser podcast. It's already available for you for this week because for those of you who can't just up and leave, it gives you other skills and other tools that you can use so that you can leave when you're ready. You understand? Leave in another way. Because, right, you're going to be here. You ain't got no choice to be here, but how you can be here and navigate in what I call a parallel life. And for many of you, you're going to say, I don't know what that is. You're going to know exactly what it is when you listen to that podcast when I explain it to you. You are not required to be all in on this experiment that is America. You're not required to be. Not in the way that they're forcing you to be. You're not required. See, This, I want to show you this as we're wrapping up. You see this here. This is what y'all been, this is how the environment that we're in, right? So your tax dollars. People claim all the tax dollars are being eaten up by greedy kids that need breakfast. And we're starving the poor billionaires from getting anything. We're stopping them from buying, islands and jets and all this other stuff. No, we're not. Those billionaires are starving children. They're starving our communities. Y'all need to wake up. I'm telling you this because I want you to wake up to the bullshit that's happening. It don't have to be this way at all. It doesn't have to be this way. Okay? Now, don't forget this evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are talking about the movie The Woman in the Window. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for those of you who were a part of the poll and you remember, you need to be back on here tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we're going to talk about The Woman in the Window, which was wonderful. Now, I forgot that I had started watching that movie earlier in the year, and I didn't finish. You can join my Patreon by clicking the link in my profile, I Am Your Baby. It has a link to all the places, it links to my website that just has a link to all the places that I am. And the first link is my Patreon. You can catch it there. Thank you for asking. But that movie, oh, I loved it. I loved it. Can't wait for us to talk about that today. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight on TikTok. Okay? That's what we're going to talk about this evening. Can't wait. Then sometime today, I'm going to watch that Charlie Sheen documentary. I got to watch that. Winning, I have to watch it. Winning, I have to. I can't not watch it. I just can't not watch it. Listen, I thank you all so much for joining me today. Don't forget to check out the Straight No Chaser podcast when it pops this week. Don't forget, I'm doing an uncensored live over on my Patreon. So I'll be popping up over there in T-minus 60 seconds and counting. I appreciate you all for joining me this morning. We got 38,000 likes this morning. I haven't watched The Bodyguard of Lies, DJ Reese, but I am going to watch that. And then I'll discuss that as well. Because I wrote that down yesterday. I am going to watch it, though. Because I had to watch The Woman in the Window yesterday. That's when I realized I had started watching this movie, never finished, went back and started it from the beginning, finished it yesterday, and loved every minute of it. Loved every minute of it. So I thank you all for joining me. I thank you for the likes, the shares, the engagement, the gifts. I appreciate you being here. Just note that. I want you to have a beautiful day today on purpose. Be intentional about it. Don't be afraid to have a great day today, okay? Don't apologize for it either. Yes, Woman in the Window is on Netflix, okay? Plus, I'm going to tell you something else I'm going to give to my Patreon members. I know a couple of movie apps that I use where you can watch all the movies that you love to watch without paying for it. All you need is a Fire Stick. I'm going to put it on my Patreon. Because these are places that I watch movies from all the time. And I'm talking shit that's in the movie theaters. Stop paying for shit here. That's another way you can save money. So I'll make sure I put that up too. That's another way you can save money with them fucking movie apps so you don't pay all that money. And we'll talk about that a little bit in the Patreon this morning too, because I want to clue y'all in on that, because I don't think some of y'all know about that. So I love you. Before I wrap up, I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters, because I do this every live. I appreciate all of you, no matter who you are. But just know, I got to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters. Number 1, Handsome Marky. Thank you so much, Handsome. Thank you. You registered for them classes yet? Didn't you have some classes you supposed to register for? Number 2, Lori. Thank you so much, beautiful. I appreciate you being here. Number 3, beautiful Kim. Thank you so much, Kim. Thank you, beautiful, and thank you for helping me with the moderation. Number 4, beautiful Scorpio girl. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 5, beautiful Nessa Bessa. Thank you so much, beautiful. And a special shout out to number 6, Miss Beautiful. I am your baby. I see you, beautiful, with that beautiful profile. I love you. All right, I'm going to clue y'all in this morning on the stick and jailbreaking it and these other movie apps that you can use and watch this shit for free. Stop paying for this stuff. I'm going to clue y'all in on saving some more money. Okay? So I love you. I'll see you this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when we talk about the woman in the window. For the rest of you, join me over on Patreon. I love you. Listen, have a great day. Don't let nobody live rent free in your head. Don't feed no trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace, everybody. Love you. See you this evening. Bye bye.